Greetings, I'm Larry, and today I'll be taking a dive into one of my many very autistic projects. But first, a little bit about me. I love infrastructure. Farming, mining, roads, dams, bridges, water desalination plants, water treatment plants, power production plants, supply lines of all types, and general automation. I love it. And with that deeply embedded desire of mine out of the way, let me tell you a story of how I embarked on a 4-hour journey of building one of the oldest pieces of infrastructure known to man. A bridge. In Valheim. For you see, dear viewer, me and my friends live somewhere around here, near the very important ritual site at which you arrive via bird mail. And Eikthyrnir, or rather Eikthyrnir, is somewhere around here. For a bit of Nordic lore, Eikthyrnir is a giant male stag that nibbles on the buds of the big-ass tree Yggdrasil that connects all the realms. And in return it releases some kind of liquid into a major spring. The spring's name is actually Eikthyrnir. It's located at the roots of the big-ass tree, somewhere in Niflheim. But we're getting a little sidetracked now. Let's begin the journey. First off, how does one build a bridge in Valheim? Since I am a plebeian beginner Viking with nothing but wooden tools still, and ignore the pickaxe, I found it on the ground. For this project we'll be needing workbenches, a lot of them, as they are required for any construction site, wooden floors to elevate ourselves and our construction above the seafloor level, thatch roofs to keep both you and the floors and your stuff dry, safe and pretty, and wooden poles to elevate the whole construction above the seafloor level. And on occasion, because of our limited choices in construction materials, we'll be needing to elevate the seafloor level a few rocks, because wooden constructions, especially the basic ones, are not very sturdy. I split the bridge into modules as any good engineer would do. Two types specifically, for the most part, empty modules and workbench modules. I calculated via some simple math, slapping a ruler on my monitor, that it would take around 40 modules in total. I was close, it was 43 in the end. In total, the minimum amount of wood I would need was 8 times 130 plus it's 3000 wood. I would need 3000 wood for the whole thing, and a single chest holds a maximum of 500 wood, so a total of 6 full chests of wood. And since every single tree drops a total of 20 wood, I would need to cut down at least 150 trees, and a bit more when you count the failures and minor errors made during the construction. Also, some of the workbench modules are gonna include a chest, bed, campfire, because I don't wanna run all the way back every time. Also, along the way I built a house in the middle on a small island for sanity reasons, but we're not gonna count those in these calculations for now. So give it a 5 to 10% error margin and you should be fine on the amount of wood. Now, why would I need a separate module for workbench specifically? Very simple. Observe. Do you see this neck? This is the reason. These despicable evil vermin. I would engrave my hatred for them on a stone, but someone already did that. They stroll up to your workbenches and smack them. Why? Because they are evil by nature, and as such they must be purged. And your workbenches need to be protected. Hence why I chose stake walls. In order for the workbench modules to cover all of the bridge so that it's repairable at any time in case of emergencies, they would need to be spaced by 4 empty modules. So every 5th module would be a workbench module. Gathering the materials. Trees. One of, if not the most deadly creature you'll find out there in the wilds. You might think it funny at first glance, but what are the real life statistics on the topic? As apparent from this and many more statistics, lumberjacking is and has been one of the most dangerous occupations in the US of A. And probably somewhere else too, maybe around the world even. Nonetheless, lumberjacking is and has been and will be probably one of the most dangerous professions out there. This is properly reflected in Valheim, as almost every Viking has or will eventually get very intimate with the tree physics of this game. And when I finally gathered enough wood, or at least what I thought was enough wood, I proceeded to start building my bridge. At one point I had to switch the angle of it and did this. And I can't really put the roof above this gap, so we're just gonna have to ignore it. Halfway across the lake, I felt myself starting to succumb to madness. To stave it off, I built myself a nice house. It was wonderful. And with my remaining sanity intact, I continued to build. Day in, day out, in pouring rains, in tiding waves, in floods of knaves, I built my bridge. The wildlife, it taunted me. They were hiding their meats from me. My meat, my food, my sustenance. They were conspiring against me. I thought to myself, I'll show them. I'll build a branch from my bridge that goes to their exact location and get what rightly belongs to me. But disaster struck. I had run out of wood. They were trying to trick me, to make a fool out of me, to make me use my wood in vain so that they could laugh at me from a distance. And as I lay there woodless, meatless, I decided I would steel my heart against temptation and I would finish my bridge before taking vengeance. And so I did. After a few more days of building, I had done it. I finally reached the shallow waters near the promised land. And with a few more harvests from the other side, I did it! I finished the bridge. Tranquility filled my soul, helping me let go of my inner demons. And so I walked on my bridge all the way back to the start. All the way back to the road leading back to my home, hoping that maybe my friends would find it useful when next they joined me on an adventure. Thank you, dear viewer, for joining me in this little project of mine. I hope you liked it. And I hope you enjoy my future projects as well. But until that time comes, sweet dreams.